Hi guys, I'm Shmi, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today back here at the Space, this fantastic private car enthusiast collection here in Dubai. Today though, to check out one particularly wild and crazy car, the Mansory Stallone, based on the Ferrari 812 Superfast. Now, I truly love the Ferrari 812. It is one of my favorite cars, and the Mansory Stallone dials things up to the absolute max. It makes more power. It makes a lot more noise, believe me, as we're going to be hearing very shortly. It has this full carbon fiber body kit, as you can see, and we're going to be going through all of the modifications, checking out the details, what Mansory have done to the car. Just look at that gigantic spoiler at the rear, and then thanks to the Space, taking this car out as well for a short drive. Now I'm looking forward firstly to hearing the cold start, so we'll get on with that in just a moment. If you haven't seen the videos from here at the Space, you have got to check it out. The most incredible display of cars. 2 Bugatti Divos, 2 McLaren Elvas, 2 McLaren P1s, SF90 SLS Black Series, Pagani Huayra Roadster, LaFerrari Aperta 918 Senna, GT Black, STO, some race cars, some G-Wagons, Rolls Royces, you name it. But today is all about this, the Mansory Stallone. Now the Stallone has always been the Mansory full package for their GT Focus models based on the Ferrari front mid-engine V12 GTs. There was the Stallone based on the 599 GTB, on the F12 and on the 812 Superfast, which is a pretty wild car to begin with. 800 horsepower from the 6.5 litre V12, now in the Stallone 830. But look at all of this. Look at the chopped carbon fiber that's been used for the bonnet. You've got the new louvres down the side. You've got the Stallone by Mansory badging that is worn on the wings, more chopped carbon for the mirrors, and come towards the rear, the Stallone logo with the Italian flag stripes underneath, this massive spoiler sitting at the back, and this completely new look to it, these fighter jet style exhaust tailpipes that we'll hear in just a moment, all of this crazy design and modification that's been made. It's also running on new wheels, as you can see as well, and Mansory do this full package, hence the Stallone name. They do a soft kit as well and a number of other different modifications. Plus, we've got a completely new nose cone, a new bumper with a more pointed nose to it, akin in many ways to that found on the LaFerrari, but we should probably get this started. I think we need to hear it. It is time then, and mark my words, this is going to sound truly phenomenal. So, an 812 Superfast on a cold start makes a pretty special sound to begin with. This 812 Superfast, thanks to the new exhaust system from Mansory, at the press of this button, is going to sound out of this world. Let's press the button and take a listen. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And it's getting louder, it's getting gruffer. Let's jump out for a second. Listen to that. I'm not sure if you can even hear me. This is a good sound. That's what we like. So we'll pull the car forwards. There we go, end of the cold start. And go enjoy taking this for a quick run out. Look at this thing on the move. We'll have a quick wander around it here before taking it outside. Just absurd. But that's what makes it stand out quite so much. And look at the back of this car. Mansory Stallone 812. Right, let's do it. Let's hop on board and go out. Take this for a quick run. Here we are then, the Mansory Stallone, a car that is as wild as you could possibly want a car to be. Of course, Mansory make these crazy creations, cars that appeal to customers who want something that's a bit more unique, more standout than the standard car. And when I say a bit, I mean an awful lot. And this is a perfect example. Sitting here, we've got a new steering wheel as well with a different type of grip. We've got that full carbon fiber bonnet, which gives you this very strange effect off towards the side. I think it should be okay over the bump. Let's hope and take it very, very gently. Don't want to risk the carbon fiber on this at all. Over we go. But you can hear that wonderful V12 in the background. This car has the Mansory exhaust box, the lightning fast shifts, and we're in automatic. In sport mode at the moment. We'll start having a little play with this. In fact, let's go up to race and let's press the button to go into manual. Oh wow. Just a little bit of sound, but you where it's going when it comes to this car. The shifts are so sharp. Race mode with this gearbox, the 7-speed dual clutch, is just wonderful. And listen to those burbles and all sorts of crazy noises. Indicators on the steering wheel. So we warm things up a little bit. This is heavenly. That massive wing in the rear sits quite high actually. You do look under it in the rear view mirror. You can catch the end plates through your door mirrors. Oh, listen to this, it's glorious. Obviously I've got the air conditioning blasting at me here. What an absolute symphony. That is my kind of sound from a car like this. On this very, very empty stretch of road, the thing with this car is you just drop down through the gears and this sound is just to die for. As you let it go up through the revs, there's very little else out there that sounds as epic as this thing. And I mean, I'm sat here in an 812, it's a comfortable car to drive, you know. The engine's up front, you've got nice comfortable seats, you've got massive luggage space behind, it's got this hatch, but plenty of luggage space back there. It's pretty well equipped, we've got the twin digital displays either side of the rev counter in front of me. Air conditioning is doing a nice job in today's, as you can imagine, pretty hot conditions. It's telling me 28 at the moment, but I think it's probably actually a little bit warmer than that. It is very, very toasty out. Those shifts, the way it goes down through the gears and just blips from one into the next is so cool. It's just perfect. A bit of a construction site here at the moment. In fact, most of Dubai is frequently a construction site. As you drive around, you start becoming very aware of the fact that things are changing remarkably quickly. But here am I driving the Mansory Stallone, the full package. And Mansory don't do things by halves, of course. They like to do these full, complete overhauls of the cars. You can do the interior as well, have the car changed to a different colour. But in the case of this, obviously with all of the exterior bodywork, the steering wheel, and a few other touches, for example the Mansory logo that it has in the centre of the airbag cover, and other things around it. The carbon mirrors look nice. Oh, it's just such a cool car, and holding it at about 3,000 RPM, that tone, that pitch. Oh, so good, so good. So I'm just going for a short little run. Kind of, I'm going to say around the block, but as you can see from this view, it's around a desert area to get myself accustomed with it and have a little bit of fun. It really is one of the greatest sounds. Those downshifts. Listen to this, in fact. It's furious, it's angry, it's aggressive, it's mad. And you can go significantly louder as well, because you can have the full headers, back system, decat, whatever you might like from Mansory, and then it gets even more insane. But like this, I think we've got most of the original Ferrari tone combined with a little bit more noise. And I haven't put the window down. I know it'll get louder if I do. Just drop that for a moment. Apologise if all you can hear is the wind noise, but it's such a sweet sound. This car is all about the sound. I mean, the fact it drives particularly well helps as well, but that for me is what makes it quite so epic. And one of my favourite things, when you want to brake, hold the downshift pedal. It just drops down through all the gears, lightning fast. Wow. Oh, it's cool. And you know what? It actually drives pretty well. It's nice. Yeah, okay, it's a bit firmer. It's obviously sitting a little lower, but it's not necessarily harmed as a result of that. It feels good. It feels very good. I just enjoy doing this too much. upper end of the rev range in a car like this is perfection. Absolute perfection. We're actually in the region of the Expo 2020. You can see all of the buildings over there towards the left side. Everything that's gone up as part of this massive, massive event out here in Dubai. But alas, we're coming off the motorway now. I say alas, but I could do that all day. I have no problems with enjoying the downshifts of this car. Just wait and watch out for the inevitable next speed bump ahead. The thing is with the 812 is it's such a good all-round car. Yes, you have to get used to the fact that there is a gigantic bonnet out in front of you. The hood just runs on and on. It's very wide. It's not exactly a small car on the road. It's actually smaller, I believe, than the 599 was. When they released the F12, it shrunk quite significantly. But this is something you can live with, that you can run with, and I have been lucky to spend a few days with an 812 out here in Dubai on a previous trip. And you can chuck it through corners as well, should you wish, although watching out for all the traffic around. Oh, it just snaps, it fires, it's brilliant. That car looks stuck in the sand, being towed out. Whoops, probably shouldn't have driven there. Yeah. What a day. What a cool day. Alas, we are returning to base. And again, I've driven a Ferrari 812 and I've fallen in love with it. Yeah. It's becoming a bit of a running thing, I guess, on the channel, isn't it, now that I do particularly enjoy these cars and don't know why I don't have one in some form. What I like about this, though, is it's actually still fairly civilized. Power is up to about 830 horsepower, thanks to the exhaust change and thanks to a small software rejig to go with that. But it's nothing insane. It's not twin turboed or something mad like that. It's just a really pleasant, nice thing to drive and enjoy. Back at the space, and it does now say 31 degrees Celsius on the dashboard. It is getting pretty warm. We've got that lovely prominent yellow rev counter revving up to 9,000 RPM from the V12, but the speed at which it revs is so fantastic. And look at this. Look at that epic reflection on the glass over there. Look at this thing with that massive wing. In fact, to have a look just back behind, you've got that rear parcel shelf, plenty of room for your luggage, and you've got that carbon fiber double layer spoiler sitting back there through the rear window. But inside, it's such a nice place. The Daytona style inserts on the seats with these red horizontal slats. You've got the dual tone, the black and the red, the Nero and the Rosso. You've got the passenger display over here, which gives you that live feedback. You rev it, for example, you can see how the rev counter lifts up, and everything's just really very nicely presented. All of the carbon fiber for the central console here, where you select reverse, auto or launch. You've got a little bit of storage. We've got the key just in here, that generation of the Ferrari keys, which I've always quite liked, to be honest. Very prominent, you know, immediately what it is, but just all of the details, you know, the inverted stitching, for example, here with the red on the black against the seats as well. All very nicely presented, really, really well finished. Now, to turn off a Ferrari, you want to pop it in first gear, which then means it puts itself into P for park when you've turned it off. Step back on out. I think we need to open up the bonnet. It would be wrong not to go and have a look at the power plant that is the source of quite so much happiness in this thing. Look at it in the sunshine, the iconic bright red. So find the catch in here somewhere. It's just here. Open that up. Look at that, 6.5 litres of naturally aspirated V12 sitting well back behind the front wheels, front mid-engine. My favourite engine configuration and layout, really. Epic, epic thing. And you can see also the forged carbon on the underside of this bonnet with the openings. Obviously, we're managing the airflow and cooling, but 830 horsepower of naturally aspirated Ferrari V12. What more could you possibly ever ask for? And look at that mad, mad machine now ready to head back inside here at the space. Has to be said, Mansory did go pretty wild with this, as they often do, creating these very, very bespoke cars, but they make for an experience in a land where the number of 812s you see out on the roads is actually really quite high. This is how you stand out. So a huge thanks to the team here at the space for making it possible to take that for a drive out today, to enjoy it for a few kilometers out on the roads here in Dubai, in the UAE, in the sunshine, enjoying the V12. That is it for now though. Thank you very much for watching. As always guys, do check out the Spacer's YouTube channel and also Instagram links down below if you'd like to find out more about the cars that are inside and see some more content with them too. For now though, that is all. Thanks again, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.